Who among us hasn't looked at the hereditary ruler of a draconian regime and wondered, just what does this guy haul in after taxes? Which of us hasn't felt the desire to pull out our payroll stubs for the last 6 months just so we could compare them to the salary of the world's cruelest despot? Who hasn't wondered, gazing up at the stars, just how much Kim Jong-un is worth? Well, if you've ever wanted to live like nuclear royalty, get ready to turn green with envy. It shouldn't come as a shock to find out that Kim Jong-un is doing better financially than anyone else in North Korea. But how many zeros are really at the end of his paycheck? Does his agent take a cut? Did he get anything off the back end of the interview? Or did he just hold on to the merchandising rights and make a killing on action figures? Unfortunately, details on the reclusive Supreme Leader's bank account are pretty sparse. But according to the International Business Times, a joint investigation by the US and South Korea in 2013 placed Kim's assets at a ballpark $5 billion. That's almost twice as much as some other world leaders, or roughly what the average North Korean can expect to make over around 5.5 million years. And if you're wondering what the 35-year-old Kim spends that cash on, fear not. According to MSN, the young dictator spends around $30 million a year on imported liquor, and also owns his own bulletproof train, as well as a $1.7 million armored Mercedes-Benz S600. Oh, and here's a fun fact. Kim also owns his own private jet, valued at an estimated $1.5 million, which he calls Air Force One. Want to know an even more fun fact? According to the Global Hunger Index, nearly half of all North Koreans suffer from hunger. Comparatively, the entire estimated GDP of the reclusive nation sat at about $17.3 billion in 2017. That puts it about on par financially with Mali, whose president, Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta, has a current estimated personal net worth of somewhere between $1 and $5 million. But who, in all fairness, rarely hangs out with Dennis Rodman.
I have no clue.
You do have a clue.
So what does life look like for your average citizen in a country where nearly a third of the nation's monetary worth gets funneled into the Supreme Leader's checking account? Well, less than ideal. In North Korea, basic human necessities are at a premium, and food aid from other countries has become crucial to survival for many. Life choices that Westerners take for granted exist under direct government control, and permission from the higher-ups is required if a person even wants to live in the capital city of Pyongyang. Visitors from the outside have noted a distinct lack of upper-end technology like smartphones and digital cameras, too. They've also noticed an absence of other staples of Western life, like restaurants and functioning department stores. Meanwhile, additions to the Kim family's legacy of monumentalism eat up a respectable fraction of the North Korean budget. In 2012, The Telegraph reported that the addition of a memorial Kim Jong-il statue at the Mansu Hill Grand Monument racked up a $10 million cost for the country, and that North Korean workers located overseas were politely informed that they'd be required to contribute a cool $150 each toward its cost. Meanwhile, military costs and an ever-expanding nuclear weapons program may keep the country on the international stage, but they were estimated by the Council on Foreign Relations to run at an operation cost of over $3 billion per year.
You're gonna blow everybody up just to show what a big guy you are? No friend would blow up another friend's country.
And if you're curious as to how North Korea manages to pull in that kind of cheddar while also experiencing a marked shortage of actual cheddar, then you and the United Nations are in the same boat. According to a UN Security Council report, there's a pretty solid chance that a good chunk of it is stolen in cyber attacks on foreign nations. And while that may not fly from an ethical perspective, it really solidifies the whole Bond villain aesthetic that Kim seems to be rocking. As if the pantsuits didn't do that already. Check out one of our newest videos right here, plus even more grunge videos about world leaders are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.